Hey guys, I had an interesting meeting with a client this morning. He asked me a question that I've never been asked before, not even by my children. And the question he asked me was, if you were giving advice to a 30-year-old, he's 30. So if you're giving advice to a 30-year-old on what to do or not to do that you've learned in your life, what advice you would be giving? What would you be saying to a 30-year-old? Do this, don't do this. And are there any books out there written about this? I've done a bit of Googling, I didn't come across anything. And I said I wouldn't give any advice as you would understand it in terms of don't do this and do that and so on and so forth. The advice I would give would be very, very simple. I would say there's two things that are required. The first thing that's required is that you be present, that you must practice mindfulness, practice meditation, practice process allow you to come into the present moment so that you're actually aware of what's happening. When you're aware of what's happening, you can recognize that you've participated, that you've a part to play in this. And then if you have the second thing I would require, or that I was suggesting to the person is required, is an attitude of accountability and responsibility. So that now you're aware, you see what's happening, you recognize that you've participated in it, you take ownership of the part that you've played in it, and you see about changing the part you've played in it. We can't avoid mistakes. We can't teach our children, our young people, not to make mistakes. It's not possible. The only way we learn is by trial and error. And error is an integral part of it. That's why the expression is trial and error. We try, we fail, we learn, we get better. What's key is that we learn. And the only way that we learn is by seeing what's actually happening, the part that we've played, the part that we're in control of. We're not in control of what other people have done. We're not in control of the outside world. We're in control of the part that we've played. So understanding, being in the present moment, seeing what's happening, understanding the part that we've played, and then having an attitude of responsibility and accountability, that you actually want to take the part that you've played and do something about that to get a different outcome the next time. So if I was giving you advice to a 30-year-old, well, that's the advice I would give. Don't try to avoid making mistakes, it's not possible. Come into the present moment, take ownership, and change what you're doing, the part that you're playing in what's actually happening. And that's how you will learn and grow. That's how you will have a better life.